There will now be more aggressive parking enforcement in downtown Williamsport at night. Today is Monday, April 21st, and this is 570 News on the Go, brought to you in part by NorthCentralPA.com. Mostly cloudy today, a chance of showers, and a high in the mid-60s. Pope Francis has died. He passed away today, Easter Monday, at his residence after spending 38 days in the hospital. On Easter Sunday, he gave his traditional Easter blessing from the balcony of St. Peter's. Bells tolled in church towers across Rome on Monday. Pope Francis was 88. There will now be more aggressive parking enforcement in downtown Williamsport at night. The Williamsport Parking Authority has hired a second enforcement officer to check the streets and lots after business hours. Enforcement of off-street lots is from 9 a.m. until 9 p.m., except Saturdays, Sundays, and holidays. On-street metered parking is from 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. The Sun-Gazette reports the authority has heard from downtown business owners who have had problems with individuals who abuse the parking lots by parking their cars overnight, leaving fewer spaces open for legitimate parking needs. Community members gathered in Williamsport, Lock Haven, Harrisburg, and elsewhere on Saturday as part of a nationwide day of action. Saturday marked the 250th anniversary of the start of the American Revolution. The rallies followed the April 5th hands-off protest, which saw hundreds of thousands gather in March in more than 1,400 cities across the country. A pedestrian was treated at the hospital for suspected minor injuries after an incident involving a runaway car. The driver of the car, 71-year-old Barbara Soroka of Howard, was slowing to park at the Howard Borough Post Office when the mud mat in her Kia became lodged between the brake and gas pedals, causing the vehicle to accelerate and Soroka to lose control. The car traveled off Black Street and into the Howard Borough Park, where it hit a black metal fence. The fence became dislodged and hit a 72-year-old pedestrian who was on the sidewalk. The car continued across Walnut Street before coming to rest in a private driveway. The pedestrian was taken to the Mount Nittany Medical Center for a laceration on her arm. Damage to the vehicle was minor. A driver was transported to the hospital after a one-vehicle crash Saturday night in Lycoming County. The SUV crashed into a home at Warrensville Road and Route 973 in Warrensville just after 8:30. State police are investigating the cause of the crash. The condition of the driver is not known. A large forest fire near Jim Thorpe along the Lehigh River has burned over 600 acres. At least one firefighter was injured in a fall. Late last week, it was announced EV drivers will now have to pay a road use tax. Under the newly enacted Pennsylvania law, EV and plug-in hybrid drivers will be required to pay a yearly fee. The state started collecting that fee on April 1st. And today, the American Rescue Workers is offering their community Easter dinner to hundreds in the Williamsport area. They expect to serve 400 meals this year with something for everyone. This year's menu includes ham with pineapple, mashed potatoes, baked pineapple casserole, green beans with bacon, applesauce dinner rolls, and coconut cake or coconut cream pie. The meal will be distributed by volunteers on Elmira Street at the American Rescue Workers loading dock today from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m. Individuals who can't make it to the drive-through distribution can call ARW to have the meal delivered at 570-323-8401. For the latest in news and events, head on over to NorthCentralPA.com. I'm Liz Brady, and you're up to date with 570 News on the Go.